Shooting guard, standing 6'4".
They say revenge is a dish that's best served cold. The good young, we all grow old. In the world where you never
No. Thanks for joining us.
Did that boy
Coach,
Rudy
about halfway through the season now, players starting to feel the wear and tear, it would seem.
Yeah, but Brian, I think it's even more mental than physical. It's the preparing for games every night, competing against the best players in the world. It takes a toll on everybody, players, coaches. You just got to bring great energy and enthusiasm every night.
I'm sure you've heard this from MP by now, but he's got his eyes set on running away. Oh, he packs it down.
Come on, Curry, get up.
That is incredible.
Can't get him back from back to the
Edwards
three.
has some big bounce in his step.
All right, let's throw it over to Ali, who has a report on MP.
Hey there, guys. Well, there's a lot of excitement coming into this game.
Told you I could get him back for you,
Rookie of the Year candidates on the roster. When I asked MP
I can't get him
about
back,
it,
but I can shoot a three.
I've had this game circled on my
Three better
calendar
than
for a
two
while
anyway.
now. I'm ready to show I'm at the top of this
Trash.
class. Guys, I like his confidence.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Thanks, Ali. Should be a great battle to watch. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Instead, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Conley goes in.
If that nigga dunks the ball, I'm gonna lose my shit. And they got me posturing up.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside.
Whatever.
Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Kind of back. Stop on it.
And here's MP from outside. And the Warriors with another three.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
There you go in there now. I'm here.
Here's Conley.
I'm good on football foul.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Fuck him in that bitch ass.
It's going to be on MP.
Even though Conley is older, he's still really fast, using that speed well to draw the foul on the drive.
And he drops the first. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains
I'm just gonna shoot it from there, bro.
two-way player.
I can hit
and the ball out of play. The Timberwolves will have it.
I can hit that
and as we head deeper into January, let's glance over the power rankings and see where we're at.
39.
Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they've stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they continue to look incredibly dangerous. The cohesion and teamwork they show on a nightly basis has a lot to do with that.
Now here's Reed. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist numbers.
MP way outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Edwards.
Shit, he got me.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
From deep, MP. Oh, another miss by MP.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Conley against MP. Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Reed passes to Edwards. There's the triple. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. MP way
That's green
outside.
as fuck.
The
I knew
long
it.
distance three is buried.
I knew it, bro.
MP's got 15
Give me that
points.
shit.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Inside. Here's Conley. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And here's MP from
outside.
Another three for Golden State.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Well, Coach, Minnesota turning back the clock last year. Most of their lineups had multiple bigs.
Yeah, and we saw how effective it was, especially on defense. Minnesota led the league in defensive rating by a wide margin, and that length was a key factor.
I'm going to trade that nigga.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Raptors had a huge game. He dropped an amazing number of points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Here's McDaniels, following the score by Golden State. Outside Conley, three-pointer. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 4 rebounds now. And here's MP from outside. And the Warriors get it back. Second chance effort.
Shoot the midi.
Again, MP missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Randall. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Curry,
Conley on target from range. Conley's got 9.
Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react off the catch.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
So on the floor for Golden State, Moses Moody out there with MP. Then there's Kevon Looney. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Hield in at the small forward position. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Alexander Walker. Looney grabs a miss.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
From deep, MP. Oh, MP buries the triple.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Outside, Alexander Walker. Picked by Gobert. For 3. The Warriors pull it in. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. From deep, MP. MP fast up the floor.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes.
Oh, no. Get on Forza later, Darky. Let's see here. Don't get banned.
He hits again.
And his remarkable rookie campaign reaching a new milestone in terms of production. He's now #2 all-time for points scored in a rookie season.
Well, he's sharing elite company, and you have to wonder how many more outstanding achievements lie in front of him. He's a lot of fun to watch.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Timberwolves trail by 17. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Edwards looking for an opening, and the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Hield.
They might want to get away from the three-point shot. It's really been dragging them down.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
Reed sets a screen. Edwards for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Looney's got 5 rebounds tonight. A chance here to catch up with Allen from the sideline.
No. Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Outside Edwards. Can they get it? And Edwards slams it in.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
And how about an AT&T 5G slam cam?
Half-court pull-up.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's... And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Warriors on top, up 19. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The talent level here is off the charts. If there was a studio show all-star vote, who do you think would be on top? And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Golden State Warriors. And that is going to do.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Conley and Ant are the 1 of the 2. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. MP against Conley. Edwards for 3. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 16. Puts up a 3. And MP with a basket on the assist by Green. MP's got 42 in the game. Outside Conley. The 3. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
And here's MP from outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Go to shot, bro. I hate that.
Bury that one.
The kick out to Conley. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Green with a screen on Conley. Sinks it from distance. MP's got 45 points.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Here's Conley. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, you know, Conley was drafted all the way back in 2007, a time when we saw a lot more mid-range jumpers. Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Here's Conley. And it's MP with a rebound. The Warriors lead by 16. Pass to Jackson Davis. The kick out, Curry.
Oh yeah, that's a good shot, Curry. Better not that shit.
With another three.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Outside Conley. Oh, MP with a block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And some changes here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Jackson Davis. Moody comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter.
Hyga. Hey.
MP scanning the floor.
Give me 3. Oh,
and a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 19.
Come back.
Alexander Walker with it. Now guarded by Moody. Here's Edwards.
That bullshit out of here, Edwards.
And
you let him grab the rebound.
Layup. Edwards has got 13 now.
Edwards plays with such ferocity.
Down low. Stolen by Reed.
I didn't even try to send it that way.
Fast break, Minnesota. Up the floor. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him.
And good! There's another!
His elite offensive play has made its mark here once again.
Now second overall in career 50-point games. Fire up that GOAT conversation.
Certainly, Michael Jordan, the guy he's just passed, is dead center in that ongoing conversation around who is the best ever.
From deep. Good! Another from 3.
For this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season. Unbelievable.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Pass to Moody. MP outside. And the Warriors with another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Dillingham. McDaniels passes to Reed. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, you like the competitive mindset.
Dribble into the shot. Yes.
To answer right back.
It
just didn't fall.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of
They keep letting me shoot, nigga. I'm going to score 100.
Pass to Dillingham to hold
I
the
don't have
run.
time, but
That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists tonight.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh, yeah, Randall.
That one felt a little
Randall.
personal right there.
Ah.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Edwards with it, and it's Hield picking him up. Edwards, the pass to Randall. Here's Dillingham, covered by MP, and here's Edwards outside. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. From deep, MP.
That's good.
He's off on that one. MP getting it done for Golden State. He added to his astounding total of 3-pointers in this quarter. He may never have another. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your...
Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well,
I'm letting that go. I'm letting that shit go.
By some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
On the floor for the Warriors, Gary Payton II is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's MP, then there's DeAnthony Melton, and it's Jackson Davis in at the 5. MP against Edwards. It's the trifecta. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition
that gotta
in this
be
regard. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Dillingham, no good.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
MP, no good.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Oh.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Dillingham from behind the arc. The shot, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to...
Connects again from distance.
And that last three now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. Now here's Conley. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one.
It's official. MP with one of the best rookie seasons ever. You ready to give these fans what they paid for? MP. Objects in motion, stay in motion. As long as they win.
No need. Yeah, save the cardboard and paper for the compost.
Tough, but fair. Underwater breathing apparatus because
looking good, MP.
Moments from now at Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony. You know, Doris, when you compare the NBA to other major sports, it seems coaches just don't get as much credit for their strategy and their scheming and game plans.
Kevin, I think it's a misconception not only about the coaches, but about the NBA specifically, that it's not as complex as other sports. There's so much depth to this game. It is in a constant state of evolution. Once you think you've got the NBA down, I'm promising you it's going to evolve to another direction. This misconception is flat wrong.
And with the season in its stretch run, MP's been out to prove that his name should be on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Well, he plays with a lot of pride, and we've seen that all season. But as much as individual goals matter, he's got to keep in mind that the best way to show his worth is to help the team win. And no point in accumulating individual accolades if your team hasn't had success. Winning still needs to be the #1 priority.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Poole and Kispert are the guard set. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Bay. And it's Valanciunas into the pivot spot, manning the middle. MP, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
There's been a lot of turnover in Washington, Doris, over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
The drive by Poole. The shot misses. Good defense by MP. There's the triple. And another three for Golden State.
Stretching out the defense. MP, impressive range shown there by the youngster.
Driving inside. Here's Poole. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Curry on the wing. And here's MP for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. MP's got 14 points for the game.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
Poole with no one around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys, getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Timberwolves had a huge game. He ended the game with 68 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Kuzma inside, guarded by Green. And here's Poole for three. The Warriors pull it in.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kispert kicks to Bay. This one for three. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Here's Golden State. They're on an 18-5 run here. Took him no time at all on that one. MP's got 26 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And here's Poole for three. The shot comes out.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
MP, no good. Wizards trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's Kuzma. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Fires from deep. And it's Jordan Poole with the three. Poole's got 8.
This guy reads situations so well, and he
too
knows
early.
how
I
to
knew it.
execute.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Hield. Then it's MP. And it's Looney in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Brogdon. Anderson outside. Bagley sets a screen for Anderson. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Bagley dishes to Anderson. Here's Carrington. And that one, good. Carrington's got his first points of the night.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
The 3 from MP. They get it back. Kuminga. Pass to Moody. From past the arc. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Wizards trail by 19. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Sars checked in for Washington. MP
oh, goodness. Oh, good golly.
3 for Golden State.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Here's Carrington. And it's MP with the rebound. Warriors leading by 21. Shoots. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. MP's got 39.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
The shot by Brogdon wide open. The Wizards with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The 3 from MP. Another 3 for Golden State.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And stolen by MP. Beyond the arc. They get a hand on it.
Way to snatch it, MP.
Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. MP's got 45 points.
Gotta contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. Last time they met was in Washington.
And coming into that one, looking to be competitive, but the disparity in talent just too great.
You have the sense that they expected that result. Once they dug themselves into a hole, I thought they let go of the rope.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Stephen Curry in for Moses Moody. Brogdon against Curry. The 3 from Poole. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. The Wizards are trying to stay motivated through their rebuild. Kyle Kuzma says you have to change your approach a little bit. And it's like, what do you do it for? For me, it's about development every single day. Take care of your body, work hard, watch film, be studious, and find beauty in the struggle. Kevin?
And like you said, David, making it work every single day. Great approach.
Boy, that's the level of aggression that can really kickstart an offense. Malcolm Brogdon puts it on the deck with authority.
MP, no good. Washington has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Brogdon's got 5 now.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
The 3 from MP. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Nailed from three-point land. MP's got 54 points.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Valanciunas passes to Poole. Kispert wide open. He fires. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The 3 connects again from distance.
And now for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And here's Poole for 3. And no good that time. And so it's MP making things happen for the Warriors. An historic feat during the quarter, launching and making a phenomenal number of 3-pointers like never seen before. Only in the NBA. And we'll be right back after this.
Greetings. First off, some updates for you as we take a look at our all-star voting totals. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play? And guys, turning back to the game we've been watching, MP's been the story so far.
We expected MP to...
Thank you for being with us. Now let's set...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Poole and Kispert are the guard set. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Bay in at the small forward.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Looking to get back on track here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28, and Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
Wizards shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. MP against Poole. And here's MP for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Bay, and here's Kuzma. The Wizards working the ball around now. Kispert, the pass to Valanciunas. 6 to shoot, and here's Poole for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect through.
And again for 3.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. Here's Kuzma. The Wizards with another miss.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Jackson Davis.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
A drive by Poole.
Nice awareness right there. MP doing a good job getting his timing right on that block.
Connects again from distance.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better 3-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Good, another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Pass to Poole. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by Poole.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today.
Connects again.
And that ties him for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game.
What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show. Valanciunas draws the double. With his first shot attempt. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Valanciunas has got his first 2 points of the night.
Takes great confidence in catch-and-shoot situations, and you can see how comfortable Valanciunas is in that.
He got it again. Sensational.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either. Valanciunas sets a screen for Kuzma. The three-pointer, no good. The Warriors shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. And here's MP for the next again from distance.
He said, you don't know this girl, bro. Stop being horny.
And he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar. Higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. Kuzma kicks to Bay. Here's Valanciunas. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
That's green.
And
damn.
So it's the Golden State Warriors, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been active. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Poole, no good. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Poole on the wing. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out. Let it be.